hey Praise Team, I want to welcome you to the next installment here of 1-6 TV. I'm just going to film this today at my desk. It's raining outside, it's kind of nasty, and I'm going to be looking up at my notes here along the way, but hopefully, just as if you've watched these videos before, they're just about 7-8 minute videos where we can unpack the 4 pillars of worship here at Northside. And basically, in a nutshell, the 4 pillars of worship here are, number 1, a spirit of celebration, an atmosphere of prayer, a sense of mission or calling, and moments of life transformation. Every Sunday, we try to aim for those 4 pillars. And one of the ways that we do that is by these videos to promote a culture of continuous improvement. That's really what we're about here. And we do that through focusing on what Paul would say to Timothy in 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 6, where he tells Timothy he wants to fan into flame the gift of God. And so hopefully these videos help to do that for you. The bottom line is this: we just want to make it better. We want to take what we're doing and we want to make it better. And in this session, I just want us to focus on a sense of mission or calling. That in our specific role on the team, whatever that role is, we do have a sense of mission or calling. We've got a role to play. It's a very specific role, and I want to unpack that. I think that one of the best ways that we can fulfill God's mission and calling in our lives on this team is through an understanding of our spiritual gifts and our talents. Now, sometimes those words are interchanged, and I think it's helpful, though, if we can bring some distinction between what do we mean when we say a spiritual gift, what do we mean when we say a talent, and then what are we supposed to do with those. So before we unpack those, I want us to get on the same page here. Have you ever received a gift from someone, and it's clear by the nature of that gift that they don't know you? They don't know what you like. They may not even know your size. I mean, it's even worse or more awkward when they're standing right there in front of you when you open it. And, you kind of have to put on the show that, wow, thank you, and expressing gratitude. And then, of course, when they're gone, it's like, whoop, that goes in the closet, right? Or in the garage sale. But it's a totally different story when someone gives you a gift and it's clear that they know you very well. It's a perfect fit. Not only does gratitude just flow out of you naturally, but excitement flows out of you. And then you begin to put that gift to use right away. Well, there is a gift that is perfect for you, and the Holy Spirit has given that gift to you. It's perfect. It doesn't mean that it's always going to make your life easy, but it'll be the right fit. And the Apostle Paul, he unpacked spiritual gifts in several passages. I just want to look at the one that he wrote here in Romans chapter 12, verses 6 to 8. He says this: we all have different gifts. Each gift came because of the grace God gave us. Whoever has the gift of prophecy should use that gift in a way that fits the kind of faith they have. Whoever has the gift of serving should serve. Whoever has the gift of teaching should teach. Whoever has the gift of comforting others should do that. Whoever has the gift of giving to help others should give generously. Whoever has the gift of leading should work hard at it. Whoever has the gift of showing kindness to others should do it gladly. For those of you who have been marked by the Spirit of God because you've given your life in commitment to the Son of God, you're given a gift. And that gift is meant to be used. And that gift is meant to be protected. You have a gift. You're supposed to put it to work. You're supposed to use it. You might assume that because you're getting this video and you're already a part of the praise team, you might assume that you're putting your gift to use, but just hold on for a second here. I don't necessarily believe that the spiritual gifts that were given by God's Spirit always include music or technical ability. I believe that spiritual gifts can use music and technical ability, but I believe that they are manifestations of God's Holy Spirit that help to promote the expansion of the kingdom in this world. When you exercise your gift given to you by God, the kingdom should grow, both within your own life and then in the world as well. Spiritual gifts, they need to be protected. They need to be guarded. Not only should they be used, but they should be guarded. So how do we do that? How do we guard these gifts? Well, we do it through our character. We do it by living lives that honor Christ. We don't flaunt the gifts that God has given us. Let's say that I purchased a brand new Ferrari for my son. I tried to keep a straight face. Sorry. Let's just say I bought this Ferrari for my son. And let's just say he was driving it around Springfield and he was bragging about his brand new car. Would you consider him a little foolish? Yeah, he'd be a little foolish. Why? Well, he didn't buy it, right? He did nothing to earn it. It was a gift. But he was flaunting it as though he bought it. Well, if we boast in the gifts that God has given us, in our pride, if we don't live lives that honor Christ through our character, then we won't be using the gifts in the way that God intended us to use those. I don't know what your gift is, but I want to encourage you that whatever it is, to use it and then to protect it. Some of you might need some clarity on that, and so later on in the questions below, there's a link where you can do a spiritual gifts assessment. Pretty simple, and maybe that'll help you to determine what that spiritual gift is. Now, talents, let's talk about those. Talents are a little bit different. A talent is also given to you by God, by the Spirit of God, and it's also meant to be used, but it's to be grown. You're supposed to grow that talent. You're supposed to develop it. Like fruit on a tree will grow, the fruit that you produce in your life is meant to grow. It's meant to be developed through practice. You know, in the parable that Jesus told in Matthew chapter 25, we see this parable of the three servants. The first two servants actually put what they were given to work. They made investments. And the third servant, the one that Jesus condemned, he did not put that gift to work. He did not put that talent to work. And he did absolutely nothing. I think that God has given you talents. In fact, I'm regularly reminded of this when people come up to me on a Sunday or during the week and they say how blessed they were by the Sunday morning services, and oftentimes I'll follow that up with, I just can't believe how much talent we have in our church. And I have to say, I agree. But those talents still need to grow. They still need to be developed. They still need to go to work. So I want to encourage you that no matter what your role on the team is, no matter what your skill is, put it to work. Help it to grow. Help it to develop. If you're a singer, find ways to grow in your vocal range and in your ear training to find those harmony parts. If you're an instrumentalist, find ways to get out of the stale bag of tricks, talking about myself there, the stale bag of tricks that you sometimes fall into. If you're on the technical team, learn your skill, learn the technology that you're using, learn how to work it better, ask questions, do research. There are countless resources on YouTube, and it won't take you long to find something that will help you grow in one way or another. I do want to share a couple resources with you, and so those are listed below on this page. And one of those is the Respond Worship Retreat at Maranatha Bible Camp. This is an annual retreat for all parts of the praise team, vocal, band, and tech. And we just finished it up this last February, so it'll be about another year before we do this again. But I'd love for you to mark your calendars, February 7th and 8th, 2020. And I would encourage you to come to the retreat that year. You can go to respondworship.org to get more information about the retreat. But on that website, you will also find what we just call the Respond Drive. And the Respond Drive has past year's content. So main sessions, workshops, it's all there. And I want to encourage you to go to that because you can search for something that you're interested in and you can grow. You can continue to grow. Another resource is the Worship Workshop. And this is put out by John Nickel. Some of you have already gotten connected with that, and I'm grateful for that. I hope that's been helpful for you. But others of you who have not gotten connected with that, what you need to do in order to get those resources is to send me an email, and then I will then send you a login information. That's how that works, since it's a subscription-based resource. So hopefully you can check out at least those two. And no matter what your role is on the team, my encouragement to you is to use your God-given spiritual gifts and then to protect them with character that honors Christ. And my encouragement to you is to take your God-given talents and then use them and then grow them and develop them through ongoing practice and development. If you need any help at all with some more resources, I'm here to help you. I'd be happy to pass those things along to you. Some of you have already discovered helpful tools on your own. And so there's a place below where you can enter in some website addresses or books or other resources that have helped you grow in your skill, because I would love to create a library that we can then pass along to others on the team. So I want to thank you for serving. Thanks for agreeing to this culture of continuous improvement. And thanks for watching 16TV. We'll see you next time.